You're just ruining the serenity, mate. Welcome to Loch Ness, the famous place for the monster. You've all heard about it. Now, we actually camped here last night. I'll show you. It was absolutely perfect. Just around there. Woke up this morning. There's a little coffee place around the corner. I mean, how lucky is this with the weather?
This is a very beautiful spot, and we're like looking down the whole length of the loch.
Yeah, you guys can't see it, but all the way down there in that little gap, there's a weird little shimmer reflection thing going on. Today, I'm making my way from here to a plane crash site. In 1945, there was a B-24 bomber on the way back to the States after World War II. And it crashed into the Scottish Highlands, and there's still wreckage there. There is a memorial, but I want to try and find the engine. It's lying around there somewhere. So that's the mission today. But first, we're just going to take in these scenes. It's been real. We have to say bye to Sam.
Bye, brother.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci, ciao, bella ciao.
Scottish Highlands 1. Sam's
Sam's
account 0.
Yeah, my bank account and my bowels both lost out to
Same.
the United Kingdom.
My bank account's bleeding here as well. But you got to pay for the beauty.
So my
I
bowels.
suppose. Huge
Yeah,
W.
brother.
All right, let's get in the car and let's head off. But that's the last you'll see of Sam for a while, a long time, I think.
Loch Ness monster.
There's old Nessie there. I have a theory. It's not mine. I've taken it from somebody else, but it made total sense about the Loch Ness monster. He said, a guy said, it was on Joe Rogan Experience, that his name's Forrest Galanti, so shout out to him. It was a sperm whale. He reckons that it was a sperm whale that got into the loch for mating season. So most likely it was a sperm whale penis that you were seeing that was coming out of the water. Because if you look up whale penis, it looks like that, like the rough images of
Search history.
It looks like that. It roughly looks like a whale penis.
I think.
What do you reckon it was?
I think it's lots of different things that then people have like the legend is generated and then run with it. So it can be the whale genitalia. Some people say because there's a fault line. Apparently it's closed up, but there used to be a fault line that runs all the way through.
It's basically the whole way through
all
Scotland.
these, like in line with Loch Ness. That's why it's so long and straight.
Yeah.
So that maybe was causing like bubbles and can be like other marine life in here.
We've all seen that photo
People
though,
on
yeah?
the mushrooms and stuff, you know.
You seen that photo with like a little...
Yeah, and I think a lot of it's marketing. I'm a cynic, so...
Yeah.
But like...
It's great
so
marketing.
I think all of that, then like, because the legend's already there,
Yeah.
it's like when your eyes start seeing stuff, you know.
Yeah. If you've seen old Nessie, drop it in the comments. It'd be very interesting to hear. But yeah, I think that's the best explanation I've ever heard of. Whale genitalia. Alright, let's get in the car. It's a beautiful day to drive. We have about an hour and 40 minutes to the area of this plane crash site. I got no idea what I can find there, but I want to try and find part of the engine. That's the goal. And bye to Sam.
Bye guys. We'll be in another video. And this time, if none of us have any major accidents, it shouldn't be quite as long either.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed. But I don't know, I'm pretty tired. I'm not feeling confident about the drive home.
Yeah?
Whoa!
Alright, man. I've been driving already for about an hour on the NC 500, which is what this is. The famous loop that goes around the north of Scotland but follows the coast. It is beautiful. Have a look at some of the scenery. It's so nice. I'm only about 15 minutes away now from the area where I need to park, and then we have to go on a bit of a hike together to try and find this plane crash site. That's my mission. I've booked a hotel already in Garlock or Gairloch. That's the name of it. So I've got a hotel booked for just about 5 minutes away from where I'll park my car. So it should be a nice day. I'm sort of in two minds about, I think I will do the NC 500 for a couple of days, just because I'm here right now. I might as well do as much of the loop as I can, because I do want to head into the EU. I want to take this car through a bit of Europe and show you guys some cool spots in Europe. So I should be able to leave Scotland in a couple of days, ideally. There's so many motorhomes on this road. Everyone's camping, and this is the most famous, basically, road trip loop in Scotland, the NC 500. So, well, I've just parked up here. We are in the area, but we have to go somewhere through the hills. Hopefully the weather holds off for us. I just want to ask someone and see if they have a better idea of where to go. It's like a little lodge, so I'm thinking hopefully there's someone in here I can ask. Nice place though, eh? Maybe we can ask over here. Hello, sir. How are you?
Good, thank you, sir.
Good, thank you. I've just got a question for you. I'm looking for the plane crash site. Do you know which way to go?
Certainly do.
That would be great. You got a beautiful lodge. This is a like a hotel, huh?
It is a hotel.
It's beautiful, very nice. No way. Is that the plane?
That is a model of the type of plane, yeah.
Yeah. The B-24, yeah?
Okay, so I have got
Wonder where we
two
are.
maps for you.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
So this one is kind of standard map.
Mm-hmm.
This one is more
Oh, yeah, a bit more detailed.
and pictures.
Yeah.
But to get to it, if you
Yep.
take those, you can keep those.
Sweet, thank you very much.
And this one.
That's a cool model.
Thank you.
My pop used to make little models like that and give them to me.
To get to the
Thank you.
start,
Yep.
effectively, see that house on the right hand side?
Yep.
You want to walk up the road, take
Yep.
a right to go past that house, and basically it's in the hills behind up there.
In the hills up there.
Yeah, there'll be
Cool.
a little green sign. It says either Fairy Locks or Crash Site.
Yep.
Can't be been about 8 years since I did the walk.
Yep, yep.
It'll say that, and then but it is quite boggy in certain places.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Be aware.
I will get muddy shoes. That's okay, yeah. Thank you very much,
No
sir.
problem. You're welcome.
All right, we got a map and everything, brother. Let's get it. Nice, M3. Beautiful car. I'm being sneaky. I'm just parking there in their hotel. Should be okay. Mate, this is gonna be a big mission. It says 2 hours, 45 minutes round trip. That's not that long, but that's the longest I've walked since snapping my leg in half and my arm. So let's see how we go. Probably gonna be a rough one. I hope it'll be worth it. It's a good story to tell anyway, so. Uh-oh. It's a full-on river, bro. He wasn't lying about it being boggy. At least we got a hotel tonight. Can dry out everything. Wow. Almost need gumboots. Oi. This will genuinely be pretty challenging because it's such undulating terrain. My leg will end up being cooked. Wow, full bog hole. The whole crew in this crash perished, all 15 people. Mostly they were under the age of 25, which is the same age as me. On their way back from serving in World War II, on their way back to America. Mate, it's an emotional journey, I don't know why. Just real heavy, sad feelings. I don't know why. We're staying down there tonight. Loch. I think just over this ridge. Should nearly be there. Wow. What a place. Wow. Wow. There's some wreckage here. So the 13th of June, 1945, a B-24 Liberator bomber, after a lot of campaigns in Europe, a lot of bombing missions and all that stuff, they were on their way home to America. A crew of 15. And their course was, they just filled up with fuel somewhere, and they were supposed to kind of fly straight through the middle of Scotland. What I can tell from reading the posts about it is that they, probably due to some weather, it's a little bit unknown as why they ended up over here, all the way on the west. It's not where they should have been flying. They ended up over here somehow. And one of these peaks, they came in a little bit too low, probably through some clouds, you know, you can't even see where you're going. And they clipped one of those mountains. They lost a couple of doors and took a bit of damage to the plane. So they were looking for somewhere to crash land. There's a bunch of stuff here still. Wow, bruv. Look at the age, mate. 22, 22, 20. We got an older fella here. 48. Passenger. Look at where they were from. Kansas, Michigan, Oregon, Iowa, Texas, Indiana, New York. Wow. I can tell you a little bit about the pilot. 22 years old. Jack B. Ketchum. He had actually flown quite a few campaigns across Europe. Bombing raids, bombing missions. And by 1945, of course, we all know that that was over. The war in Europe was over. So this Liberator, this plane, wow. On its way back, everyone on the plane, either getting repositioned somewhere or just so looking forward to getting home, you know? And like I said, I think they clipped one of those big mountains. They came in looking for a body of water to try and land in, and they crashed right here. Fairy Loch. All 15 of the crew, all of them perished in this accident. That's rough to think about, man. Imagine being away for so many years, fighting something that is just so beyond the scope of what you're even supposed to be there for. And then you're just dying to get home, right? You'd be so looking forward to getting home. This guy, damn. This guy had a wife. He got married at 19, she was 18. Imagine how much he was looking forward to getting home. Damn, bro. All of these lads so young, man. That's got me. That's choking me up a bit. You just imagine how happy and excited you would have been to get home after all of that, after all those campaigns, dodging like anti-aircraft fire, all the shit you would have gone through and seen. How excited you would have been to get back home. And then they crash in the middle of nowhere, like so far away from anything, so far away from home. So young, bro. That's my age, like, you know, 22, 25. That's crazy. Getting all emotional. You just imagine, right, how you would have been so excited to get back home and see, like, your family. I think about this more now after my as silly as it may sound, but after my accident, just for like a few seconds, I thought I was dead there. Like, and you just think like, fuck, I'm not gonna see, you know. Excuse me, I'm not gonna see people again. You think about that for a little bit. That would have been going through all these boys' minds after they hit that peak. They're just coming in like, they all just would have probably been praying for something, you know. That's rough, bro. That is rough. One of these dudes is like 19, yeah? $20. Youngest is 20. Probably yet to even, like, that's so young, mate. That is so young. That's rough, bro. All these little flags and stuff here for him. That's just crazy. Just try and picture that. Try and picture that for a second. The amount of shit that they went through, survived. Oh, that's so shit, bro. That sucks. Rest in peace, boys. That's terrible. Man, I'm getting choked up, bro. I think I just sort of like picture it more. I sort of just think maybe what they were going through, you know? Especially after my accident. You can imagine it a bit more. Oh. part of the other engine is over there. It's in the lock. I'm not sure if that's a propeller. These things are huge. Look at the size of it. That's a big plane too. Big plane. The B-24 Liberator. That is a big sucker, mate. That kid, the 22-year-old pilot, I believe he'd done more than 15 or 20 separate bombing missions through Europe. What an insane life to have at that age. That's crazy. What were they even? Just so young to be there. Like what? So many dudes, just no reason to be doing that at that age. There's stuff everywhere here. I didn't expect there to be so much stuff. That's pretty big, whatever that thing is. I know it's far away for you to see. Imagine his wife, bro, as well. Some of those dudes, I'm sure, would have had kids. Everyone at home just waiting for you to come back. That's so brutal. That's got me, mate. That's got to me, this one. Wow. My eyes tearing up. Look at the amount of scrap here. How scary would that have been? That would have been so scary. The noise that the plane makes when it hits like a peak. The bomb drop doors rip off. Crazy rattling noise. You just were thinking like, what the hell is happening? Everyone's probably strapped into their seats or holding on to each other. Mate. I think they recovered all of the bodies from here. That's insane, bro. 22 years old. Flying a B-24 Liberator bomber. That's wild. So yeah, they'd just gotten fuel in Prestwick, wherever Prestwick is. And then they were stopping at another spot and then going to Iceland and then heading back to the US. It must have been some crazy miserable conditions to go completely off course and then all the way to the mountains and be that low. Wow, I wonder if that's even... I doubt that would be part of it. In that mountain you can see a big checkout out of the top, like a little like something smashed into it. Yeah, that's probably a far stretch for imagining, but Loch. Loch. That's the name of the mountain they hit before coming in and just getting blown to pieces, landing here. There's a very beautiful loch, or little dam. It is very beautiful. There's tons of stuff in there, tons of debris. I'm not sure if you can see it. Heaps. Wow. There's still heaps in here. It's hard to see on the camera, but what is this thing? I think it's heavy as. Not sure what that thing is. That's all like copper sort of insulation, or wire insulation. Wow. Is that the propeller at the front? Looks like it could be. There's so many little bits everywhere. These are huge, bro. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but like, it's not gonna show you. It's not gonna show. He's a massive beast. What are they? Are they like carburetors? I know nothing about these kind of engines. The flux capacitor? Let's end the video here. I'm just gonna sit here and chill for a bit. It's a very beautiful place, but there's like, yeah, pretty sad energy, as you could tell. It yeah, I don't know. That got to me a lot. I was just thinking about their age. Try and put your mind in their mind, you know, how excited they must have been to get home. After such a long time away. They would have had hundreds of times where they're thinking, this is it, I'm not going to see family and friends again, this might be the last time. To get through all of that. And then on the way home, they were probably all celebrating and all so excited to get back. See their wife, see their children, family. And they just didn't make it. I reckon it's so hard for you to see on this camera, but the top of that peak literally has a chunk out of it. Just doesn't look natural. Anyway, Thank you for joining me on this video. And rest in peace to all of these lads. Crazy sacrifices for fucking who even knows what anymore. But anyway, that's another story. See you on the next video, friends.